Yo, top of the morning, y'all. How y'all doing, man? Yo, this dude better down. And as usual, we rocking for the Lord. And you should too. Yeah, man, today I want to talk about narcissism and how, like, literally, for my whole life thus far, I never even knew, I never even heard of the word. The only form of it I knew was narc. And I associate that with the police. And literally, the knowing the word and what it actually means, I never knew how important that was, man. And I also realized that narcissism ties into spirituality. And many people say, well, how is that possible? Because the term narcissism is literally just a cloak for a demon in skin. Because when you think about a narcissist and the things that they do tend to be treacherous. They do things that it makes you arch your eyebrow. It brings you to a place in life to where is you never felt yourself being this way. You never, you know what I mean? Like you're wondering. It's very very crude, deep manipulation. And coming up in the urban environment, this is not something that many people in the hood would even actually know is actually happening because we live within a box and we don't exceed that box because we don't realize that we weren't really taught or structured to do anything beyond what it is that we do, so naturally it's going to seem right even if it's wrong, because what else do we have to gauge to determine what's right and wrong? And typically that only hits us as we grow and mature because, you start to be conscious of what you want to invest your energy in. You start to be conscious of, the amount of life that you have left, give or take, and you're forced to make a decision. And you have some people that will make a decision for the right, but then you have most people that continue to dibble and dabble because they can't see how they would be completely okay just doing everything right when doing things that they actually do that's wrong appears to be working for them and keeping them together. But how could you know if that's best for you if you've never done right long enough to know if that was better? You know? So I don't want to get off topic. I wanna really talk about narcissism, man, and the deep manipulation within it. Because it's really witchcraft, it's demons, it's devils, it's warlocks. You know, they're all working in corroborated schemes, literally, to have us all led astray. Now, like I said, coming up in the hood is just not a conversation that you would have. Every last relationship, well, not every last relationship that I've had, but the majority of the relationships that I've had, they all have been narcissistic relationships. Now, people will say, well, what is a narcissist? Where does a narcissist come from? Well, a narcissist, from my studying, comes from traumatic experiences in your childhood that you never addressed. And that brings forth the king baby syndrome, the king baby ideology. Whereas literally everything has to be your way, no less. And if somebody tells you no, then that's when the mask comes off, because what these narcissists do is when they get with you, they're energy vampires. So when they get with you, they're naturally going to come as a nice person and they're going to study every last thing about you, because being as though they lack a soul, which is their character, they want to seem as compatible to you as possible, because this is the only way they're going to get you to believe their lies. You know? How many times, like when you think about it, when you met that narcissist, right? When you first met them, it seemed like nothing was wrong with them, right? Like, this person is so on point with me. This person is so official. This person is so outgoing. This person is so loving. And how could this person not be my soulmate? This is what people think. because it appears to be that way, literally. But then what happens is a time comes where you tell a narcissist no. And when you tell a narcissist no, that's when you're going to see a slither of something within them that you didn't see before. And you're going to question it because it stands out. But the time that you spent with them already before, is you put in so much and invested so much at this point that you literally just, you know what I mean, you throw the idea away that is something different because, you know, y'all did all this other stuff around this. But lo and behold, it's a real life demon that you're in contact with, and you don't know it because demons, in true essence, are spiritual entities. We're battling principalities. You know, we're not battling the flesh. So this is how you get duped. And literally, this is what kept me from breaking. This is what kept me from being hurt, because the realization of how fake the unions were that I was in allowed me to just detach. Not completely properly, because at the end of the day, if you're an empath, aka an earth angel, and you come in contact with a narcissist who strung you along, naturally you're gonna feel hurt. You're gonna feel, you know, some form of emotional distress because you have the emotions they don't have. And what happens is a lot of people fool themselves into thinking that, or feeling like, you know what, that person did this, so I'm gonna be heartless like them, and I'm gonna do that too. And it only hurts you because you don't realize that the reason why they do what they do is because they don't have what it is you have. If they had what you had, if they had a heart, they would feel just like you, and they would want to be in a relationship, a loving one, just like you. But they don't. And everything about them, it'll show in their actions. And what they do is, when they connect with you, the first thing they start doing is they start networking. They start learning your circle. They start, you know, learning your ways, everything you're into. And then they start tainting your circle. They slowly start turning your circle against you because they know at some point in time, they're not going to be able to keep the charades up. And they're going to need an escape route. They're going to need, you know what I'm saying? So they're going to put this plan in play to where is, as you're together, they're going to be cooking up stuff about you. They're going to be, you know, recruiting flying monkeys. You know, they're going to be having sex with people around you, close family. Whatever it takes to get these people on board, that's what they're going to do. Because literally you don't know who they are. And they know who you are. Because they're coming at you as an assignment. You're receiving them as a companion. So you don't even know that you're being studied and probed as a project. And the plan is to break you. Why? Because the monsters from their past, they never addressed it. And as an adult, they want to feel like they have the strength to address these monsters, but they really don't, because they'll try to find the monster that took that from them within you, and that's what justifies their actions towards you in their mind. Literally, this is all psychological. And if you notice, the majority of these narcissists, if you find this out, they all have backgrounds of mental health instability. They all go to therapists, and the reason why they never find a solution for the problems they have is because literally the therapists tend to be narcissists as well. Because it's virtually impossible for you to be an empath and be a therapist. How is that virtually impossible? Because literally an empath will be trying to heal every last person that comes in there, and it's going to be virtually impossible. You know why? Because some of these people have trauma so deep that it'll take you years just for them to even crack the surface, because they are scared. Every time they think about their trauma, they're back being that same person. So it's like if something happened to them when they was 10 years old, no matter how old they are, when they address it and if they were to get into it, they're going to feel like that 10-year-old again. And it's scary. It's scary trusting a stranger with this form of information. Why is it scary? Look at society right now with any bit of information. Look at it. Everything is detached. Everything is just emotionless. You go to a hospital feeling sick, you leave still feeling sick. You go to a lawyer because you're trying to get help, you end up getting fucked over worse. You go to your family for hug, loves, and support, they literally act like they don't know you. And then they'll flip it around and say that you're the problem. And then it's like, okay, well, if I'm the problem, how come it was never a conversation about this problem that you say exists? Because in families, if there's a discrepancy, you would think that people will talk about it, right? But when people don't talk about it, it's because they're talking about you, and they talk about you so much that to come around you and talk to you and act normal, it's virtually impossible. They'll deceive themselves. You know what I mean? Narcissism is dominating society, especially the city I live in here in Albany, New York. And literally, the silence is in the actual truth. The silence speaks in volumes. Because literally, if you're wrong about anything that you may experience as far as narcissism goes or anything else that derives from it, somebody is going to say something. Somebody is going to inquire. Somebody's going to, but literally when you have nobody saying anything, it speaks in volumes. It's to say, okay, you're talking about things that everybody already experienced. It's just your turn. And, literally their experience, it sapped their soul out of them. It sapped their character out of them because literally there is no compassion in their response. They're bitter. They lost their battles. And if they see you winning the same battle that they could be winning, they're going to despise that. Why wouldn't they? Because it makes them acknowledge that they're being weak and you're being strong. And they say, well, I got the cars, I got money, I got this, that, and the third, so I'm strong. No, you're not strong at all. You just have material things. And in this world where people are stuck on material things, if you have the most things, then basically in a sick way, it's interpreted as if you got it together. No, it's just that weak people found a good way, an actual way that works that will convince people that there's more to them that meets the eye. But then after the honeymoon phase, after 3 months, 6 months, the mask comes off because people can only act like somebody else for so long. You got some people that are literally try to mimic your ways so much that when they get in trouble, they'll despise you because they couldn't figure out at that point how you would have responded in that situation. And they feel like it's your fault that they got jammed up because, they were supposed to have known that from what it is they studied from you. This is a sick world, man. And I'm going to work diligently to just point out all the intricate details that these manipulators fail to manipulate. It's like the string on a sweater. I'm pulling it and collapsing it all. But listen, man. I hope y'all enjoy your day. I hope y'all have a blessed day, man. This is Do Better Dawn. I'm a chosen one in the Lord. And a lot of people will say, if you're chosen, you wouldn't say that. All right, well, why not? It's a blessing. I came from the bottom. When I was running around doing demonic shit, people loved it. People loved it. If I say I'm a demon, look at all the people that say they demons. People like, they're official. Okay, so when I say I'm an angel, why is it so hard to believe? Why is it so hard to believe that I'll go against the tide and I say I'm an angel? Because it's a fact. I live it. People say, Donnie not an angel. Because look how he talk. All right, well, look how I talk. It's in all authenticity. If I'm talking like anything other than how you know for me to be, then I'm fronting. Yes, I speak with vulgarity because a lot of people that I knew, I came to the realization that I never really knew them. And they've been operating against me. And I love these people so much that I can't hold in how I feel about how they betrayed me. And I'm going to talk about it. This is a technological world. And narcissists, they stay on the internet. They're going to hide from you. I don't want them to hide from me. I want them to know that I know what it is they did and they're going to pay for it. God is separating the wheat from the tare. They're the tare. We're the wheat. Like, I mean, it is what it is. To the righteous, have a blessed day, man. I love y'all, man. Peace.